N-type semiconductor. Suppose we dope silicon or germanium with pentavalent element as shown in this figure. When an atom of +5 valency element occupies the position of an atom in the crystal lattice of silicon, 4 of its electrons bond with the 4 silicon neighbors, while the 5th remains very weakly bound to its parent atom. This is because the 4 electrons participating in bonding are seen as part of the effective core of the atom by the 5th electron. As a result, the ionization energy required to set this electron free is very small, and even at room temperature it will be free to move in the lattice of the semiconductor. Kyun? Because the 4 electrons participating in bonding are seen as part of the effective core of the atom by the 5th electron. For example, the energy required will be approximate 0.01 electron volt for germanium and 0.05 electron volt for silicon to separate this electron from its atom, which is in contrast to the energy required to jump the forbidden band at room temperature in the intrinsic semiconductor. Room temperature में germanium में 0.72 चाहिए थी इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट एनर्जी, एंड यहाँ सिलिकन में चाहिए थी हमें 1.1, जबकि अब चाहिए सिलिकन में 0.05 और जर्मेनियम में 0.01. So, thus the pentavalent dopant is donating one extra electron for conduction and hence is known as donor impurity. The number of electrons made available for conduction by dopant atoms depends strongly upon the doping level and is independent of any increase in ambient temperature. On the other hand, the number of free electrons with an equal number of holes generated by silicon atoms increases weakly with the temperature. In a doped semiconductor, the total number of conduction electrons Ne is due to the electrons distributed by donors and those generated intrinsically, while the total number of holes Nh is only due to the holes from the intrinsic source. Whereas doped semiconductor में total number of conduction electron Ne, इलेक्ट्रॉन का जो टोटल नंबर है इज ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रॉन कंट्रीब्यूटेड बाय डोनर एंड दोज जनरेटेड इंट्रिंसिकली, while the total number of hole is only due to the holes from the intrinsic source. But the rate of recombination of hole would increase due to increase in the number of electrons. As a result, the number of holes would get reduced further. Thus, with proper level of doping, the number of conduction electrons can be made much larger than the number of holes. Thus, in an extrinsic semiconductor doped with pentavalent impurity, electrons become the majority carriers and holes the minority carriers. These semiconductors are therefore known as N-type semiconductors. For N-type, we have N electron much higher than N of holes, any number of holes. Now P-type semiconductors. This is obtained when silicon or germanium is doped with a trivalent impurity like aluminium, boron, indium, etc. The dopant has one valence electron less than silicon or germanium, and therefore this atom can form covalent bond with neighboring 3 silicon atom but does not have any electron to offer to the 4th silicon atom. So the bond between the 4th neighbor and the trivalent atom has a vacancy or hole as shown in figure 14.8. This is the hole. Since the neighboring silicon atom in the lattice wants an electron in place of a hole, an electron in the outer orbit of an electron in place of electron in the outer orbit of an atom in the neighborhood may jump to fill this vacancy. ठीक है, सिलिकॉन को चाहिए एक इलेक्ट्रॉन, तो एन इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द आउटर ऑर्बिट ऑफ एन एटम in the neighborhood may jump to fill its vacancy, leaving a vacancy or hole at its own site. Thus, the hole is available for conduction. Now, note that the trivalent foreign atom becomes effectively negatively charged when it shares 4th electron with neighboring silicon atom. Therefore, the dopant atom of P-type material can be treated as core of one negative charge. Therefore, the dopant atoms of P-type material can be treated as the core of one negative charge along with its associated hole. It is obvious that one acceptor atom gives one hole. These holes are in addition to the intrinsically generated holes, while the source of conduction electrons is only intrinsic generation. यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स सिर्फ अंदर मतलब इंट्रिंसिक जनरेशन से बन रहे हैं, पर होल्स हमें बाहर से डोपेंट की वजह से मिल रहा है, ठीक है। और एन टाइप में हमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स डोपेंट की वजह से भी मिल रहे थे और अंदर भी बन रहे थे, और होल्स इंट्रिंसिक ही थे, अंदर ही बन रहे थे। बट यहाँ पे इसका उल्टा है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अंदर ही बन रहे हैं पर होल्स अंदर भी बन रहे हैं और बाहर से भी मिल रहे हैं। तो thus for such material, holes are the majority carriers and electrons are minority. Therefore extrinsic semiconductor doped with trivalent impurity are called p-type semiconductors. For p-type semiconductors, the recombination process will reduce the number of intrinsically generated electron to Ne. ठीक है, p-type semiconductor में recombination process will reduce the number of intrinsically generated electron Ni to Ne. We have for p-type semiconductors and number of holes much greater than number of electrons. Note that the crystal maintains an overall charge neutrality as the charge of additional charge carriers is just equal and opposite to that of ionized cores in the lattice. Yeah, the crystal maintains an overall charge neutrality as the charge of additional charge carrier is just equal and opposite to that of the ionized cores in the lattice. In extrinsic semiconductor, because of the abundance of majority current carriers, the minority carriers produced thermally have more chance of meeting majority carriers and thus getting destroyed. Hence, the dopant, by adding a large number of current carriers of one type, which become the majority carriers, indirectly helps to reduce the intrinsic concentration of minority carriers. Okay, it's understood. The semiconductor's energy band structure is affected by doping. Okay. In the case of extrinsic semiconductor, additional energy states due to donor impurities ED and acceptor impurities EA also exist. Semiconductor in the case of extrinsic semiconductor, additional energy states due to donor impurities and acceptor impurities also exist. In the energy band diagram of N-type silicon semiconductor, the donor energy level ED is slightly below the bottom EC of the conduction band, and electrons from this level move into the conduction band with very small supply of energy. At room temperature, most of the donor atom gets ionized, but very few, yani 10 to the power minus 12 approx atoms of silicon gets ionized. So the conduction band will have most electrons coming from the donor impurities. Similarly, for p-type semiconductor, the acceptor energy level EA is slightly above the top EV of the valence band. Okay, though the above description, we were here. With a very small supply of energy, an electron from valence band can jump to the level EA and ionize the acceptor negatively. Valence band can jump to the level EA. Valence band can jump to the level EA. ठीक है. And ionize the acceptor negatively. Alternatively, we can also say that with very small supply of energy, the hole from level EA sink down to the valence band. Electrons rise up and holes fall down when they gain external energy. At room temperature, most of the accepted atoms gets ionized, leaving holes in the valence band. Thus, at room temperature, the density of holes in the valence band is predominantly due to impurity in the extrinsic semiconductor. The electron and hole concentration in a semiconductor in thermal equilibrium is given by NH equals to Ni square. At room temperature, most of the acceptor atoms get ionized, leaving holes in the valence band. Thus, at room temperature, the density of holes in the valence band is predominantly due to impurity in the extrinsic semiconductor. Though the above description is grossly approximate and hypothetical, it helps us in understanding the difference between metals, insulators, and semiconductors, extrinsic and intrinsic, in a simple manner. The difference in the resistivity of carbon, silicon, germanium depends upon the energy gap between their conduction and valence bands. Conduction band and valence band. For C, डायमंड वाला ठीक है फॉर्म के लिए सिलिकॉन और जर्मेनियम के लिए एनर्जी गैप्स आर 5.4 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट डायमंड के लिए, 1.1 सिलिकॉन और जर्मेनियम का 0.7 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट. Tin also is a group 4 element, but it is a metal because the energy gap in this case is 0 electron volt. Let's highlight this. But before that, energy band of n-type semiconductor at T greater than 0 Kelvin, p-type semiconductor at T greater than 0 Kelvin. ठीक है, ये n-type है. तो इसमें वन थर्मली generated electron hole pair plus 9 electrons from donor atoms. इलेक्ट्रॉन की एनर्जी. सो इट्स शोइंग कि होल का कंसंट्रेशन कितना कम है इलेक्ट्रॉन के रिस्पेक्ट में, और ये दिस इज़ द एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू सेट इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्री, एंड दिस इज़ ऑफ पी टाइप, and here it is the energy gap, and these are holes. This is the electron, and this is EA. Now EA we have studied here. Accepted energy level, and it's saying that with a very small supply of energy, an electron from valence band can jump to the level of EA and ionize the acceptor negatively, because we have seen in p-type semiconductor the acceptor is negatively charged while a hole is generated. Now suppose a pure silicon crystal has 5 into 10 to the power 28 atoms per cubic meter. It is doped by 1 part per million concentration of pentavalent arsenic. Calculate the number of electrons in holes given that Ni itna. Now we know that NH equals to Ni square. So Ni square equals to Ne into NH. We have to find out the number of electrons in holes. The number of electrons, as we can see, we can approximate that total number of electrons generated would be from the donor atom. The donor atom is pentavalent so the electrons are being generated by intrinsically as well as extrinsically, but intrinsically it would be very small, we are ignoring that. So extrinsically pentavalent arsenic is 1 part per million of these, that is 5 into 10 to the power 28 upon 10 to the power 6. So that would be 5 into 10 to the power 22 electrons. Ne आ गया, Ni दिया है, NH we will calculate. So Ne is this, and Ni square we have done. This is the answer, number of holes, and this is the number of electrons. So let's highlight this.